Hello, Fellowship family! It's another one of those behind the song videos. This one, well, all my other songs this month have been about Hey Bell, so this, as you guessed it, is the behind the song for Hey Bell. So the song started because I was trying to write a different song that is yet to come out called Forked Tongue, and like I did with Fly Me Home and When a Pawn Loves a Queen, I realized I had two separate ideas and had to split it. Forked Tongue is about liars and hypocrites, and then this one is about Jezebels. And I referenced this song a while ago in one of my old videos. I wrote it looking at culture and looking at what culture glorifies. And I've gone off on this rant all the time about how culture glorifies short-term gratification, just short-term satisfaction. That's not a word. I'm filming this at the end of the day, so I am flubbing my words a lot. But so, pretty much this whole song is me talking about Jezebel in culture. Now, if you don't know who Jezebel is a person in the Old Testament referenced in Kings 1 and Kings 2. I believe her spirit comes back in the New Testament. I'm a little rusty on that part. But pretty much she's a temptress pulling Christians away from their faith, getting people to eat the burnt sacrament, which is in the Bible not okay. Tempting men away from their wives, stuff like that. Just pulling strong men into chaos, pretty much. And so, with that concept, which is very extreme, and it's one of those stories that is a perfect example as to why the statement or the saying of they went Old Testament on that person is a saying. Because it gets real dark real fast. For example, she dies by the king sending dogs after her who rip her flesh off of her bones, but also part of the story is her murdering 100 prophets, and it gets graphic and gruesome real fast. But so I was trying to talk about that and all of that, and how what gets referred to as the Jezebel spirit is, you could argue, the idea of it infects culture right now when you look at the things we have as idols and false idols and golden calves or whatever saying you want to use for idolatry, whether it be religious or not religious. I'm just using that as the tentpole example for me because it's really easy to just compare that. How I wrote it, there's a whole kick of like pretty much everything off of Have Faith for the next few months, and what's already come out gets really biblical subtly, because what I was doing was I would have a general idea, and then I would type it into this website that would give me scriptures referencing it, and then I would just be noodling on my guitar, playing, and just skimming those off in my peripheral. And that's actually how I got the pre-chorus for this song, which is honestly my favorite part of the song, and it actually goes back to what I was saying before of how Jezebel dies, because the pre-chorus is saying, "Hear the dogs coming after you, unclean, unseen, manipulating truth. All the world gleams and glorifies in you, but they call you homewrecker, but I know you by another name," which is pretty much I'm describing, or I'm hinting at how she gets hunted down. How the ideas that she perpetuates are not pure, they're not truth. They're trying to get the listener to go off the path of righteousness and what is good and what is right. And the goal of stuff like that isn't to get you to go hard off the path. It's just a little. They just needs the little nudge. Just chaos needs just a little nudge to succeed. It's like the Superman effect of Superman needs to succeed every time, but the villains only need a win once. But so, yeah, and then unclean, unseen, manipulating truth. All the world gleams and glorifies in you, because I'm pointing out how modern culture just glorifies all of these negatives. But I've had videos like that, and then they call you homewrecker, but I know you by another name, was me just, I'm pretty much addressing what modern, not religious culture refers to as Jezebel, homewreckers, because homewreckers, whether they realize it or not, are some form of a Jezebel. When you look at what Jezebel does in the home, and to marriages, and to families, and to the sanctity of what the Bible is standing for. Yeah, it's probably one of my more aggressive songs, but in like a fun, bouncy way. In my personal preference, I prefer the acoustic or the orchestral versions over the original, but that's just because how I recorded it. I did just, the artist in me keeps listening to the original going, I could do better, da 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 da. But I don't record songs like that often, so at the same time, I'm pretty proud of it. Like, could it be better? Yeah, but could it have been a lot worse? Yes, it could have. But so, yeah. That's pretty much what Hey Bell is about. Just me singing about Jezebels and culture, and how culture now glorifies it. Because, well, as I always point out to you guys, culture's changed. What culture glorifies has changed, even though it claims it hasn't. Which also means rock has changed. So, rock values have changed. Whether or not they want to say it or not. But that's just a semantical argument, and yeah, I'm just one of those people. If I love semantics, and we'll just do, but this, and this, and this, and this. Yeah. And, yeah. So, hope you enjoyed the backstory of Hey Bell. There's more songs coming out. It'll be a new song a month with different versions almost every week, and different videos hopefully almost every week, whether it be something like this or a new version. Here or there may be a break week, but I'm working on that. And yeah, Smokey out.
Only the innocent can cast the first stone. The hope and pray the weak and the don't. You can't pick both, you can only pick